Hey, Ken Reid here, your TV guidance counselor, and back in 1982, Boston declared war on video games.
The way officials tell it, Boston has become the victim of an electronic blight.
The Boston City Council felt that video games were contributing to the delinquency of minors, so they passed a new law where video games would only be allowed in commercial districts and not in any places that people actually lived.
With fewer than 600,000 people, the city has 4,000 to 5,000 video games, not just in arcades, but also in drugstores, pizza parlors, supermarkets.
In some sections of the city, we have a machine or two machines and sometimes three machines in virtually every single corner store in a neighborhood.
Virtually every corner store in the neighborhood. That is a glorious old woman Boston accent.
Virtually every single corner store in a neighborhood.
City officials today announced that video games no longer will be licensed in residential areas, only in commercial and industrial neighborhoods. Officials say they are responding to complaints from parents that children have skipped school or stolen money to play the games and made a nuisance of themselves.
Senior citizens have rights. They have rights to go into the laundromat and wash their laundry in peace. They don't have to go by 2 or 3 machines or kids congregating and passing fast remarks.
Passing fast remarks. Passing fast remarks.
Passing fast remarks as they walk in and terrorizing them in some instances as they go in.
Under the new regulations, licenses for about half the video games already in Boston are unlikely to be renewed, including those in the basement of the South Boston Martial Arts Academy.
The reason we requested to have video games is so we could bring in extra money so we could allow those kids that are out in our neighborhoods that can't afford to come.
When they don't have something to do, when they're walking the streets, that's when problems are created, not because of machines. The lack of machines causes problems.
You're always talking about this demeaning, making kids' minds like vegetables. Talk about them out on the streets smoking pot.
One MIT study of more than 800 video game players found no basis in fact for an underlying fear expressed by parents during public hearings that video games lead to violence. Though a conclusive study has yet to be conducted, Boston went ahead with its restrictive rules. The industry plans to fight City Hall in court. There have been skirmishes before as smaller communities acted, but now a full-scale battle has been joined between the video game industry and its opponents. Steve Young, CBS News, Boston.